you started a business or a side hustle and it's really taking off. And you hear people talking about trademarking their business name, but you're just not sure if you really need to register a mark. I mean, you're already using the name and everything's going fine, right? In this video, I'll tell you the benefits of registering a mark and the 2 quick questions you need to ask yourself to figure out if you need to register your trademark. Let's go. Hi, I'm Tanya, the Trademark Boss. And on this channel, I turn lawyer talk into everyday language to help women entrepreneurs protect their most valuable business asset, their brand. Before we get into it, you know the drill. Go ahead and subscribe. Click the bell so you'll know when our videos come out every week. Also, follow me on social. I'm on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn. Just go ahead and click that follow button and you'll get new information there too. So, there's a lot of people who are uncertain about whether or not they even need to register a trademark. Why do I need to do that? Do I need to do that? Should I do that? Should I have done it 10 days ago? Should I have done it 10 years ago? I get all these questions all the time. So, what is the main benefit of registering a trademark? Nationwide protection. That's the main benefit. So, what do I mean by that? The way this works is your trademark is protected as long as you're using it in a particular manner. So what is that particular manner? You're using it to sell stuff. We don't do lawyer talk over here, so that whole using in commerce and all that, I'll explain that to you if you really want to know, but you're using it to sell stuff, okay? You're using it for the benefit of the general public in some way, shape, or form. So if you're doing that, that use creates what we call a common law trademark, meaning it's not registered with the USPTO, but I'm using it, so I have rights in it. It creates those rights where you're using it, i.e. if you're, did not just do lawyer talk by saying i.e. Oh my God, it's so ingrained in us, guys. Like, it's not even funny. Like, yes, I just did YouTube IE. But anyways, so you're using it, let's say in Georgia, right? And when you're using it to sell t-shirts, sweatshirts, hoodies, shorts, pants, whatever. That's what you're using it for. If you're not using it in other states, then your rights are only for that geographical location. So when you register, though, let's say you're still using it in Georgia, but you now have a website and people can purchase your t-shirts, hoodies, sweatshirts, shorts from wherever. So I could be sitting in California, I'm totally bored, and I'm like, hey, oh, these look cool. Click, buy. Now that mark, if you register it, will be protected in the entire country. Okay, so nobody in California, New York, Texas, Utah, Wyoming, wherever will be able to use your mark for what you're using it for. So nobody else would be able to start selling the same t-shirts, sweatshirts, hoodies using your name. Okay, that is one of the main benefits. That is the main benefit to registering your mark is nationwide protection. Because without that registration, then your protection is only to your geographical location. The other thing about, or the other benefit for registering your mark is when you register your mark, let's say right now you only do t-shirts and sweatshirts, but somebody else now wants to do shorts. There's a strong possibility that the USPTO will deny that mark because it's related to what you do. So you now have protection in markets that you might not have ventured into yet, but could possibly venture into in the future. Now, of course, there's a whole lot of lawyer explanation that would go into that. But the concept is when you register this mark with the USPTO, you kind of now have somebody else defending your mark. Look at how that works. I mean, it's your job to police your mark. Don't sit here and say Tanya told you, oh, well, the USPTO defends my mark. No, they do not. But it's another layer of protection for your brand. So you can now build this brand out to be a nationwide brand, a national brand where people all over the country will be able to recognize your brand, and people all over the country will not be able to infringe your brand. Okay? Lawyer word, infringe. But here's the thing. That's the other main benefit of registering your mark. When you register your mark federally with the USPTO, it gives you more rights than what you have when you don't register your mark, or even when you only register your mark in your state. So it gives you what we call statutory damages, which is a certain amount per infringement. It gives you certain rights. One of the rights that come with properly perfected trademark is the right to go get the stuff that they're using to infringe your mark. So what do I mean? Let's do this in fashion, meaning there's a press and they're using this press in order to create clothing or apparel or whatever it is that you have that looks just like yours. You can go in and repossess that press that is creating these infringing marks. Louis Vuitton does it all the time. Okay. Whatever somebody is using to create the thing that is infringing on your mark, you can go get it. That's one of the rights that you have when you're dealing with an infringement claim. It also allows you to sue in federal court when you have a federally registered mark. Listen, our judicial system is our judicial system. Being able to sue in federal court, though, you want to be able to do that if you can. So the benefits are nationwide protection and what you can sue for, where you can sue, and what you will be able to do if you win. The other thing is registration creates a presumption that your mark cannot be contested after 5 years. So after 5 years, that means, hey, listen, my mark is my mark. It is what it is. And now you have an even higher uphill battle in order to try to cancel my mark. Okay. So that is another benefit of registration, is the presumption of uncontestability, meaning this mark is a registered trademark, and as long as they're still using it, it's good. That's what that means. The other thing is when you register the mark, you immediately increase the value of your business. Here's why. Let's say, and you might not be thinking about this now, but let's say later on down the road, your exit plan is to sell your business. It really should be to sell your business or pass it on in your family if that's what you want to do. But there should be some kind of monetization or inheritance at the end of this if you're really planning this out properly. So your exit plan involves selling your business, whether it's 2 years down the road, 20 years down the road, but eventually you're going to sell this sucker for a lot of freaking money. Okay. When you have a registered trademark, you are showing that your business is national and can be national. Okay. That means if you sell it to somebody else who now wants to franchise it, they can. There are those same protections that we talked about where you have this nationwide protection puts immediate value into your business in a monetary amount. There is someone I know where she started her business and she, poured the blood, sweat, and tears into it. That thing took off. And a year later, the goodwill, which is kind of what we call it, that goodwill value of her business was $500,000. Registering your mark increases the value of your business immediately. And then once you build that brand and it now becomes well known and everybody knows your name, like, okay, I totally dated myself because that's from Cheers. But when it becomes well known, then the amount of money that you can garner or you can get, I know with the lawyer words, that you can get for this business goes up. Think about when you are on GoDaddy searching for a domain and they're like, okay, well, particular domains with particular words in them are valued at even more than the 99 cents for the first year that ordinarily you can get it for. Same thing. A business that has a federally registered trademark with the US Patent and Trademark Office automatically has another level of value ingrained into that business. So that's another reason why you would want to register. So what are the two questions? Because I told you there were two quick questions that you could ask yourself to determine whether or not you need to register your mark. Ready? First question. Do I care if somebody else uses the name? Yup, exactly. If the answer to that is yes, you need to register your mark. If you don't care, if it's one of those things that for whatever reason, you're just trying to maybe gain some traction on social or whatever, and you don't really care if anybody else uses the name or you want other people to use the name, then you don't need to register the mark, because once you do register the mark, you have a duty to police your mark and make sure other people are not using your name in an infringing manner. Okay. So that's the first question. Do I care if somebody else uses my name? If the answer to that is yes, go ahead and call your friendly neighborhood lawyer and get your mark registered. Okay. If the answer to that is no, then okay. All right. Have fun. Have a blessed day. Second question. Do you care if someone tells you to stop doing what you're doing? I know you're looking like, wait, what? Here's what I mean by that. Remember when I told you could go get the stuff that they're using to infringe on your mark? You can shut them all the way down depending on what it is that they're doing. I've seen whole businesses close from a cease and desist letter. Yes. So, do you care if someone sends you a cease and desist letter and they say, you need to stop doing what you're doing because you're infringing my mark? And because this is all you're doing, now you have to close your business, or you need to find a whole new business to do. And they don't just say, stop doing what you're doing when you've made a ton of money. They say, stop doing what you're doing and run me my money, because all the proceeds that you have made off of that infringing mark belongs to them. Yes. So if you don't care if somebody uses your name, or you don't care if somebody tells you to shut down your whole business, you don't need a registered trademark. So I know you're looking like, Tanya, you could have just told me I needed a registered trademark. You need a registered trademark. I mean, that's the easiest way to do it. And it's the best way to do it, because you can protect yourself and protect your brand, protect the blood, sweat, and tears that you are pouring into this company, hoping and praying and believing that it's going to grow bigger than your wildest dreams. So protect it. Protect it in every way that you possibly can. And one of those ways is a registered trademark. All right. So if you like this video, we got more, because this is what we do. We turn lawyer talk into everyday language so that we can help you own your brand and protect it as best as you can. So come check out the rest of the videos in the channel. See you over there.